Hello everybody, I hope all of y'all are having a good day today. I'm losing my voice again. Recently I've seen a lot of people, or a couple of people, posting some things specific about the law. These are people that at one time were talking about real spiritual things. They were never really getting any revelations of their own, but they were acting as though they were understanding some of the deep revelations that other people were bringing. And but you never heard a testimony from them. Their encounter with God and about how love changed their lives. Never heard that. But recently I've been watching them go back to the letter, and not only are they going back to the letter, but they are trying to get everyone else to go back to the letter. And everybody always uses that, especially Seventh-day Adventists, about not one jot or tittle will be removed from the law. You see, if you are truly walking in love, love is the fulfillment of the law. The love fulfills every jot and tittle, okay? It's not talking about the ones that they added. That's why it's written, don't add to or take away, because that's what they did. They added to and they took away, all right? They're saying now that if you are not born again, they're saying only those that are born again, truly born again, will walk in love. But those who are not born again have to follow the Bible. They have to follow the Bible. They're wanting those people to go back to the Bible. All right, it's like everybody that's talking about love, you gotta love, you gotta love. It's like they're going, did God really say that? Did God really say that? No different than the garden. Even Paul wrote that he wouldn't know what sin was or what it was if it weren't for the law. Remember, it's written in Genesis that the serpent told him, said, once you eat of this, you'll know good and evil. You'll know right and wrong. Paul also wrote about those who by nature fulfill the righteous requirements of the law. The righteous requirements of the law. Remember, no one is righteous. The only one that's righteous is God, love, because God is love. All right? All that other stuff is self-righteous. All right? So what is righteous is what is true, and the only thing that is true is love. All right? If you're trying to lead people back to the letter, you're trying to lead people back to the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and that makes you the serpent. Those people who by nature do the righteous requirements of the law, the ones Paul was talking about that never in their life ever read the Torah, they probably couldn't even read, and there was no Bibles written. They didn't read nothing, but they loved everybody. They loved others. They put others before themselves naturally, because that's the way we're naturally supposed to be. All right? The law, the letter, was unnatural. That's why they compared the law with men sleeping with men and women with women. It was unnatural. It was unfruitful. You got to be careful out there. If nobody is talking about a personal testimony, if nobody is talking about their encounter with God, it means they don't know God. They know the letter, all right? And that makes them a false witness. Get away from them. Those people who by nature were fulfilling the righteous requirements of the law, if you'll remember in the garden, there was all these other trees that God said, you can eat from those trees. Just don't eat from that one tree that's over there. That means that's like those trees are people, or represent groups of people, all right? Those people that were by nature doing the righteous requirements of the law were some of those people, and they were like, you can eat from them because they have the truth. Stay away from them religious people with their books. All right? That's what that was. You seen those, they call them sand lions, some little insects that build up them sand traps, and anything that's walking along there falls down in that sand, and when they try to get out, the sand just keeps coming down on them. They can't get out, and that sand lion jumps in there and pounces on them and gets them. That's what it's like when you're trying to live by the letter. You get caught in that vicious cycle and you can't get out of it. And these people are trying to lead you back to it. Be careful who you listen to. You remember when John the Baptist saw the Pharisees coming up and he said, "You brood of vipers." All right? And brood means those who come from the same nest. All right? They come from the same tree. And viper means those who by their venomous bite try to change people's mind into believing what is evil is good and what is good is evil. I'll show you the definition right here. It's what it means. That's no different than what the serpent did in the garden. Adam and Eve were walking in love. Adam was walking in love. All right? And the serpent convinced them that love wasn't enough. You need the law. Eat from this tree, and you'll know the knowledge of good and evil, and you'll be like God. And they were already gods.